What's going on, everybody? It is a beautiful morning. Good for getting something done on the firehouse, so let's get started. For today, I'm going to focus on all the windows. I'm going to get all the plexiglass cut and then build all the frames that go in each one of the sections. And then if I have time, I'm going to install some LED modules that are RGB so we can choose what color we want these windows to be. Then I also have to make the little entrance door there for down at the bottom. I have some 3/4 by 3/4 inch pieces of wood that I have left over from one of Gina's vegetable garden trellises I made a while back. I have to pull out some of the finish nails, but they're perfect for making the window frames. Give them a light sand and paint them up, I think they'll work perfectly. Now we have several sheets of plexiglass that we have left over from past projects. Some of them are clear, colored, and we also have this milk plexi. We have several different frost consistencies, so I have to go through here and match and make sure that they're the same. That way they look the same when the light's behind them. Now I'm going to try to use this full sheet, and if I need to, pick the ones that don't have any of this protective plastic or paper on it, because that stuff's a pain to get off when this stuff is old. It's almost better to just throw it away and buy some new stuff. When I go and install these, I'm going to be sure and leave a 3/4 inch spacing in the back behind the plexiglass to act as a stopper, and then it'll also be a place that we can put some RGB LED modules.
I walked away for 1 minute and I came back to a sopping wet sun. Harrison, you having fun? What you doing in there, babe?
This is the color.
You're supposed to wash your toys, not wash yourself.
Well, I couldn't stand it because I love playing inside the water.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Because I like to get messy.
Yeah. Maybe we should build you a pool next.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for not going on with your shoes, at least.
All right, everybody, all the windows are finished for the most part. The plexiglass is all cut. The frames are all put in. I used 2 screws just because I was trying to cut as many corners as possible. No, the reason why I use 2 screws is because these are removable so that we can get in here and do the LED lighting that I didn't get to.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
So I'll have to go back in and do all that for the next update. But the nice thing is that, you know, we can get in through the front, or we can also get in through the back if we wanted to do remove the panels from the inside.
Doo-doo.
Huh? Doo-doo? One of the things I'm not happy about is you can see through the plexiglass to see all my wires. Now some of those wires are going to get cut shorter and you probably won't see them. We'll either mask it with some tape, or we'll bend some like tin foil around it and paint that the same color as the back side.
Tin foil?
Sure, tin foil, because it bends around it.
I knew we were trying to be frugal, but dang.
Well, you know, anything that works.
So tin foil.
The other thing too is,
hey, if you want to know how to DIY it yourself, just ask Chris.
Yeah, the other thing I need to do is the little 3/4 inch strips that we used from the subway train scene. I got to go back in and paint those, because once we light those up, you're going to see all my little backer blocks all over the place because it's a different color. It was my first time using the angle finder that Gina bought me a while back, but that came in handy for doing those windows up at the top there. I'm planning on leaving these little windows in place, and then I'll just remove these pieces, and then with my handy dandy suction cup puller, I'll just be able to fish these pieces of plexi out. I did that instead of cutting all these separate pieces.
Do you have 2 of those suction cup pullers?
I do.
You do? Can you climb with them like Spider-Man?
I could try. I don't know if it would end well, but if I could go back in time, I actually would have left some space behind these gray pillars here so that I could have just cut one big plexi piece out instead of 3 individual ones, because that would end up being a lot more work.
Well, our next project, we'll build a DeLorean, we'll go back in time and fix it.
Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. So on this wall, this is actually 4 separate wall panels, okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, and then you've got one long one across the bottom. So these 4 windows up here actually had to be a little bit different. I ended up having to make one side of the windows out of 1/4 inch plywood, because this 3/4 inch strip going all the way up is actually the edge of this wall panel. It's a frame for it. Yes, this ends up being 1 inch thick as opposed to the 3/4, but it's one of those things I ended up having to do because I'd rather have a playhouse that's modular and easy to take apart. On this window here in this corner, I actually had to cut a piece of plywood and paint that gray to match the rest of them, because this is my access to the back of the containment unit so that I can work on the lights and keep tightening that bolt on the handle that loosens up all the time.
Now is this one 2 inches bigger than the other side?
It isn't, because this is all one wall on the bottom. It's one long wall. If you follow this all the way up, you'll notice there's a seam going all the way to the very top. What's funny about that is every time I go to take something apart for the first time, there's always a piece of wood or something that I messed up on, and you're like, oh no, I forgot to put a seam there. And it breaks. Anyway, I didn't mean to get sidetracked. We also have a little man door. Now,
yes.
Yeah, I tried to make this as detailed as I could. I looked online. It's actually kind of funny because there's not a whole lot of pictures of that door. So I had to go through a few videos because I couldn't find any Google images. And one of the videos I came across was from a channel called Yes, Have Some.
Yes, Have Some.
And they actually went to that door, and I was able to get a lot of good reference details from the video. And they even peeked inside this little mail slot here. And what was really cool about that is when they did that, you could see the Ghostbuster 2 sign that was in there. I think when the fire truck's not there, you get a good shot of it. I was actually thinking about making that mail slot lift up with a little sticker of the Ghostbuster 2 sign. I was like, hey Gina, what do you think of this idea? She was like,
no, it's awesome, but man,
We're gonna be here.
We're gonna be here forever.
Forever. My detailed.
I'm sure.
mind.
Throw me under the bus.
I'm just.
You throw me under the
She's
ecto.
right. We gotta cut all kinds of things like that. Speaking of ecto, I'd love to make
Yes,
an ecto.
everybody asks for it in every video. You guys, we would love to build Harrison a little ecto, but we actually have other plans for the future.
Yeah.
So no ecto right now. Doesn't mean we won't do it in the future, but
he's actually growing out a lot of those.
yeah,
you
the
know,
cozy
those little-
coops, he doesn't fit in them.
He doesn't fit in those. So
Yeah, he's a-
we'd have to make something bigger.
Yeah. Pow, pow, power wheels.
Ooh. Well, I don't want to get.
No, don't get excited.
It's hard to not get sucked into that Ecto One world. That's for sure.
Don't get excited. So we're done, right?
Yeah, no, we're not done yet. We're getting close. We're getting close. We still have some signage to do. We have to do the little metal frame that goes right here, the decorative one, which we have some plans for. We got to find a little flag that'll fit on there.
Yeah.
We have to still do our lighting in the window.
Some
there
signs.
is a brick wall that I have to do inside.
On the backside.
And a couple little details, age this thing. So there's quite a bit of work. Hoping maybe a couple more update videos, and then we can do the final reveal.
Thank you guys so much who have watched this whole journey so far. For those of you who are just joining us recently, thank you as well.
Yes.
Go back and if you want to watch our progress up to this point, we have maybe 1 or 2 update videos and then a final video of the finished complete thing. I'm so excited. It's turning out awesome.
How did the trucks get stacked up like this?
Because ghost stuff come here.
Oh, you're right. No human being would ever stack trucks like this.
Well, I don't know which one did it.
Well, I don't know. That's what we're here to find out. Let's go catch them.
Turned out great, huh?
Yeah.
So we first got all of these windows.
Yes.
And isn't this cute?
Who goes in there? Alice in Wonderland?
Oh, no.
A miniature Ghostbuster?
No, there's a ghost inside.
Oh no, we better go get our proton pack on.
That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. We are all done.
You creep up on the camera.
Well,
No, it's fine. It's just funny because you guys look like you're creeping up on the camera.
all right.
Your body wants to do it, huh? Lunge, lunge, Chris, lunge.